Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day, where we're covering Superman number 41 in the third story, A Modern Day Alice in Wonderland. This is a baffling and sometimes just completely bizarre story with some logical choices that were made. Just so many questions, and I know a Superman story doesn't need to follow logic, but there's still just something about the choices our protagonists and the reasons why they make them in the story that's just a little too out there. And, well, Alice in Wonderland to begin with is pretty bizarre, but this Superman story. So there is this woman by the name of Alice who has inherited a bunch of money. That's actually a pretty standard Superman story. There's been at least 4 or 5 stories that have begun this way. She becomes popular because of how she acts, that they start calling her a modern-day Alice in Wonderland. And Lois has to chronicle her adventures with stories that are actually titled this in the Daily Planet. But then some weird stuff starts to happen, like she gets kidnapped by the Mad Hatter, which Superman deals with pretty much sleepwalking. Okay, he's not really sleepwalking, but it's pretty easy for him, and I always say that, so I'm trying to find new ways to say Superman handles that pretty easily. And some more Alice in Wonderland stuff starts to happen, like she is led to a pool owned by a Mrs. Tears, so she's in a pool of tears. That's a reference to the book if you don't get it. Eventually, we meet her boyfriend, Roof. And yes, there is a joke about Roof rhyming with goof. Oh my god, I'm having a goof named Tiny Roof flashbacks. That was an earlier Superman story, and not a good one. Maybe like the worst attempt at comedy they've tried in Superman so far. It's pretty clear this dude is after her money. So what we end up discovering is that she has been paying actors to dress up like Alice in Wonderland characters, and Roof kind of does it himself to rob from her. Why is she doing this? Well, she wants to be an actress and is nervous she'll be called a bad actress. So if she put on this entire ruse where she's being attacked by like Alice in Wonderland stuff, and it's all successful and she becomes an actress, they can never call her a bad actress because they believe this story. What? I mean, you can be good in something and bad at something. Like, actors give bad performances all the time and good performances. It doesn't mean that you'll always be a good actor. I know I shouldn't try to find logic here, but that kind of broke me. Superman discovers all this by doing the most Superman thing he can possibly do. No, not cause the Earth to turn on its rotation to make time go back. No, he builds an Alice in Wonderland set really quickly with his superpowers and hires a whole bunch of people to pretend they're in Alice in Wonderland and puts her there until she admits everything. So actually, I really like the third act of the story. The setup to all this and how we get there is almost non-existent in how important it is, but we get a big kind of crazy Superman ending. And sometimes that is all you can hope for in the Golden Age. Okay, that is it from Superman number 41 and the third story, A Modern Day Alice in Wonderland. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get notifications when a new video goes up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Fridays is Bat Friday, where I cover a Batman story in either Detective Comics or Batman. And I'm kind of taking Tuesdays off as I'm working on other writing projects right now, because Tuesdays with D&D at night is really killing my time. Okay, have a great day.